Hello and welcome to part 7 of the ongoing AS and A-level Python series, and in this episode we are going to be looking at strings. So we want to look at basically the concept of creating strings in Python, and maybe we'll look at one or two things that pertain to strings. So I think maybe this is going to be a very short episode. So without further ado, let's actually go and see how you can create a string. So in order to create a string in Python, let's say a variable name called username. You just set it to, you just make use of double quotes, and in place of the double quotes, in between the double quotes, that's where you are going to have your string of text. So you could have a one word string like this, or maybe you could actually have several words that make up your string. So for instance, maybe I have a variable called poem, and what I can actually do is I would say roses are red, violets are blue, right? So if I were to go ahead and actually print those two, you'd realize that I actually get my strings printed down there in the console. So let me just call the print method 2 times. One time using the username variable, then the other time using the poem variable there. Then what I can do is I can then run my code. So let me just say Python string dot, it's actually supposed to be strings.py. So you'd see here that I get admin, right, initially. Then I also get roses are red, violets are blue. So that's how you can declare a string in Python. Then Python also allows you to declare another type of string that uses triple quotes. So let me just demonstrate the concept right here. So suppose maybe we wanted to have a comment. Let's just call the variable name, or use comment. So what we can do is we can then use triple quotes for this type of string. So you realize that I have the first opening 3 single quotes and the last closing 3 single quotes. So what I can do essentially is I can type some text right in between my 2 sets of triple quotes. So what basically I'm doing is I can type some text that can span several lines, even all the way up to here. So this is the way that I format my string. So maybe first let me just demonstrate the concept, then I'll explain what goes on. So let's just go ahead and run strings ready. So I want you to take notice. Let me just clear the screen so that you see just our output. So you see that here I can type some text that can span several lines, even all the way up to here. So I want you to notice how this kind of string, right, the triple quote string, however you format it, it's the way it's going to be displayed in your program. So if you wanted a string that spans several lines and it is formatted in a specific way, you can make use of the triple quotes, the triple quote string, as it were. Then I should also mention that instead of just using single quotes, you can also make use of triple double quotes, right? So let's have a variable code using double. Maybe let's just call it using double quotes. Then I can use double, a set of double triple quotes, So even if I were to put some text, this comment uses triple double quotes, and that cool, right? Then I just come in here, I remove this. So I want to call the using double quotes, rather I want to print the using double quotes string there. Then I open the console, run that, and you realize that I get some my output as expected. So put some text. This comment uses triple double quotes, and that cool. So why does Python allow you to do using why does it support this single triple quotes and this double triple quotes? So the answer lies right here. If you look at this word and, right, if I were to try and insert it in between the single quotes, I would have an issue, right? So sometimes you might want to make use of words that that make use of that quote, like in this case. So if you know that you are going to have a string that uses this type of that's going to make use of a single quote, you might as well just go with what, with the triple double quotes. Otherwise, if you know that, if you are certain that you're not going to make use of that, you can always go with the triple single quotes. All right, then one more thing that I should mention in this tutorial is the concept of slicing strings. I think maybe we have an episode later on, an upcoming episode whereby we'll be looking at string formatting, but I just thought maybe it might be in order that we look at it now. So maybe let's have a variable called subject, and let's call it computer science, right? So there's actually a lot more that you can do with strings, but maybe I just thought we should see this in action as of this moment. So both substrings are quite important for this particular course. So maybe let's have a variable called new word, right? And inside of new word we are going to take subject, and we want to slice it from the starting position. I think maybe it should be 0. We'll see. So from the starting position up until maybe the 8th character. Then we simply want to print the new word, as it were. So let me just try and run that and see what we get down there in the console. So I want you to notice right here, our output is going to be computer, right? So the way this works is that it's going to take this computer science word, right, and then it slices starting from, so basically a string is just a character array, or it's it's actually a character array, is it? So, or a list of characters. So the first character is going to be to have an index of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is it? So what this does is that if you tell it to start at 0, it's going to take the first character, which is C. Then it counts the characters up to, but excluding the what, the 8th term, is it? So it's always going to be n-1 for a lot of things in Python. It works like that. These methods that take ranges typically work that way. That last value, or the upper limit, is always going to be n-1. So in this case, it's going to end at the 7th character. So it's just going to end at R, and it's going to ignore the space right here. So that's why when you run this code, you see that you get the word computer there. So that's how you can create substrings in Python. Then of course, I think we'll be looking more at string formatting in episode 28, but I just thought maybe I should just put it out there so that you know that there's quite a lot you can do with strings rather than just creating them. You can actually do fun stuff with the strings that you create, like creating substrings. So I think that's just about it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one.